What's going on, everybody? Joshua Pinard here, and welcome back to the War Crimes Ahoy podcast. Now, Robbie's not here, but it's okay. I'm joined with someone we haven't had in a bit, I don't think. So how about you introduce yourself, you dipshit?
I'm finally back after like a 2-month hiatus. It's Harshit, and I'm finally back.
Yes, Shizzy.
Back
Sloshy, Shizzy, Schmliff. He's back. We haven't had him on for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been pretty.
Schmliff is easily the best one. Schmliff. I love Schmliff.
Yeah, not Schmilf, Schmliff. The L comes before the I, not the I coming before the L. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't mess with that. Anyway, be sure to download this episode. We were at like 1,800 downloads, so you should definitely download. We're nearly at 2,000. That's
insane.
That's pretty.
I saw that on Instagram. That was insane. You should follow. You should obviously follow War Crimes Ahoy and the War Crimes Ahoy podcast Instagram. Oh, it's great. You get daily updates there most of the time, at least. I love it. It's great. Very, absolutely amazing.
You mainly get updates on stuff from War Crimes Ahoy if stuff actually happens.
Yeah.
So, if something happens, you'll see it. Or sometimes just random stuff. Like,
true.
all sorts of stuff. But, yeah. Sorry. I had to cough. Don't mind me.
Ayo, Corona?
No.
I'm not about that.
No, I don't.
I can't. The cases in Massachusetts are going down.
They are?
Yeah, I'm looking at here. Let's see. Massachusetts coronavirus cases. They're going down by a decent amount too. They're on a very steady downward trend. On January 10th was like a peak where like we got 6,000 cases in a day, which was absolute dog shit. But right now we're on a very steady, gradual downward trend.
6,000 cases in a day?
Yeah.
I feel like that's more than my entire state.
New Hampshire's doing a really good job.
Oh yeah, we are. Actually, I don't know. I don't know what the coronavirus stats have been.
Dude, right now we it's a steady downward spiral. It's slowly coming down. Let's check New Hampshire.
Yeah, I'm looking at it today, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire should be very good.
Oh no, we've got like 70,000 cases, but still, that's like.
No, but that's like.
That's fairly low.
Very low. You have 70. See, in one county we have 100,000 cases. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
In one county.
Oh my God! You have so many damn cases. Comparing to New Hampshire.
New Hampshire's doing amazing. Right
yeah.
Now. New Hampshire's your governor's a fucking G.
Yeah, he is. He's pretty nice. He's better than the last governor.
Yeah, fair enough.
But like, wait.
See, most of the states are going down the downward trend, except California. California's fucked royally.
Oh, like, I'm not surprised.
Holy shit.
I'm really not surprised. California is a pretty big hub for people.
Yeah. Through December 19th and like basically the month midway through December and midway through January, it was just like 40,000 new cases every single day. That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, I think the virus. The vaccine is definitely helping right now because most states are on a very good downward trend, which is absolutely great.
I hope so.
I don't think many states are actually gaining or like I don't think many states are.
What is with these stats? Why are they so low? Every state I'm looking at, cases are. Oh, I know why. It's because it's only measuring from 2021, not 2020.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a big map, and they're like, wow.
Oh, it's like, no. That'd be dope.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you actually have to search each individual state to get a good estimate.
Okay, so 500,000 cases in Massachusetts.
That's a lot. That's a lot of cases.
Yeah, and 15,000 deaths, which absolutely sucks.
We've got 1,000 deaths and 70,000 cases.
But we've had close to 1 million doses given.
I don't know how many doses New Hampshire's had given.
Which is actually pretty good.
Hmm.
Yeah. Over basically 1 million. Yesterday.
How many cases do we have in Carroll County? That's this county I live in. 126. That's not too bad.
That's nothing at all.
Wait a minute.
Dude, I'd be making it. Like, I would not care if it was 120, but when you have like 1,000 each day, it's like, what the hell?
Coronavirus in Carroll County today.
Hey, at least doses are getting out there, man. That's good. The vaccine's definitely helping.
Yeah. I hope so.
It's definitely helping a lot because every single state is on a downward trend.
Yeah.
Which is very good.
Yeah.
And also a crap ton of doses are being given. Which is amazing.
Well, yeah, usually when they come up with all sorts of vaccines, they start pumping them as soon as possible.
Sure. Usually most vaccines aren't really...
I mean, it's kind of like, it would be pretty stupid if they made vaccines and cures, not saying that they have a cure, but it's stupid if they make a vaccine and give it out like they do, game consoles.
Jesus, imagine you had to pay for it.
Yeah. But seriously, that's the thing with all of these companies that made these consoles. When the PS5 and the new Xboxes came out, they announced a new console, but they only make 40. And then
Which is absolute dog shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's just terrible marketing. Well, think about it.
Good. Okay, when you think about it, it's actually pretty decent marketing. But the company, you get people that are just gonna, it's obviously gonna sell out, right? And then you're gonna have people who are going to buy it again and then resell it for more of a price. Yeah. So what? The original cost was 400, 500?
I don't know.
Yeah, something around there. And then you have people buying that for 500 and then selling it for 800 to 900. And people are willing to buy that because they have no other choice.
Well, yeah, but it's pretty genius. What they do is they make the console and they sell it for an original price, but then they run out to sell. So what I'm assuming they will do, what I'm assuming they've already done, is once they've made more, they're gonna make it more expensive because people will really want them, and then they'll just make more money.
True.
It's basically, they're basically making inflation without actually adding anything.
But at one point, people are not going to be stupid as shit, and at one point they're going to figure out that one point they're going to this is way too much money.
It's kind of like the I don't know what it's called, but it's a certain type of inflation tactic where actually it's a product. Say it's like a box of cereal.
Yeah.
The way they do it, they make it inflated without increasing the price, is they decrease the amount of cereal in the box. Oh. So that way they can put less in and sell it for the same amount. Then it gets smaller and smaller, and then people are like, well, this is really small, but then they make a large that was the original size before, and they charge it for more. That's exactly what they do, I'm telling you.
That's the exact same marketing strategy they use on fucking Dorito chips.
Exactly. That's exactly what they do with those bag chips.
There's nothing in there. Them bitch has been ripping us off. What the hell?
So, and people hate it, but it's pretty smart.
It's very smart.
It's a stroke of genius. I mean, I don't get mad at them because I'm like, well, that's pretty clever. If I were the person of that company, if I were the CEO or whatever, the person that manages that stuff, I would do that same thing.
We make bank off of that. And the thing
exactly.
Is that people aren't going to buy family-sized bags. They're going to buy to-go things.
Yeah.
Most of the little bags are bought. Most of the time when you buy chips, they're in little bags. Because they're easy to get. They're assumably cheap, but now we know it's not getting ripped off as fuck. It's much cheaper than the family-size bags, and a lot of people don't know this, so they just grab it on the go. And they're making so much more money off of it than just buying the family-size bags, which is just insane.
Exactly. Like I said, I don't know what it's called, but it's like, I think it's called like micro-inflation, where they basically change the product, not the price. And they make it smaller, so they don't spend as much on making that one thing, but charge the same price.
I should have learned this in marketing. What the hell?
Well, that's the thing. These are the things that I feel like school should be teaching us kiddos, but that they're not. And,
this is like an actual useful thing in life.
And people have always said, I don't remember who, but I think a teacher told me, school prepares you for life. No, it really doesn't. School doesn't really prepare you for life. It doesn't really. Because, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, Shizzy, I have no idea where socks come from. I don't know. I could not tell you. Where do they come? Where? I don't know where they come from.
I was going to say sheep, but then again...
I don't know.
You don't really know, do you?
This is a dilemma. I don't know where socks come from. In all seriousness, I learned very briefly in elementary how to write a check, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to file taxes.
Yeah,
I don't.
I
don't know.
I mean, my parents actually taught me that. They taught me because I told them I don't learn anything in school that's gonna help me with taxes or shit. And see, now they're from India, right?
Yeah.
So they weren't really taught too much great of an education. They didn't have that much good of an education. My dad dropped down to 7th grade because he had to work in the farm. My mom made it to college, but the degree that she got didn't transfer over to the States, and so it was an invalid degree. Which sucked.
Jesus.
Yeah, and
That's
so,
harsh.
Wait, what were we talking about again? Wait, what?
You were talking. Well, do you want me like the general topic? We were talking about how school isn't really like doesn't prepare you for life.
So they already knew what half the stuff was because their parents taught them it.
Yeah.
Because their parents knew that school is going to do wonders for you. It is, but it won't help you with everything that you need to know in life. And a lot of those things you need to know in life are very important to succeed and just have a sustainable income.
Yeah.
So for my parents, they were just like, "Hey, yo, kid, it's good that you're getting all these A's, but you're gonna have to learn at one point to become a responsible adult."
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Hey, yo, chief, that do be true." And then so it's like, that's true. That's really true.
That do be true.
That do be true. Man.
Yeah. I find it.
And so I was lucky because my parents knew that we weren't taught this shit in school at all. And so they taught me from a young age how to make food, how to make dinner, how to, file tax, how to write checks. I mean, they taught me a lot of things I'm actually kind of grateful for. Because a lot of kids don't want to make their own dinner because they're lazy as fuck. Right? But there's some kids but their parents, they just let them on. But I just don't like that because at one point, you're basically sending your kid into the big, wide world while they have no experience in anything at all. All they know is how to do long division and multiplication. Nothing else. And they know the Pythagoras theorem, which is going to help them so much in life.
Hey, I like geometry.
I hated geometry.
I
absolutely love algebra.
I'm actually the opposite. I like geometry a lot more than algebra.
Dude, I love algebra. I would have babies with algebra. It's true.
Jesus. But yeah.
Algebra was algebra to me is so much easier because I love numbers. Like, numbers just make sense in my head. But geometry isn't all numbers. There's, actual logic involved with it.
Yeah, geometry shapes.
Yeah, geometry is shapes.
And I like shapes because I can't read, so I use the shapes to help.
because I've always been good mathematical wise.
I've never
So
enjoyed math, but geometry, I will admit, was kind of fun.
I mean, math for me, like I remember just some days that basically what I would do is that I would just get a random one digit number. Let's say two, and then I multiply it. I multiply 2 by 2, and what I get 4. Then I multiply the thing that I multiply from. I multiply the product with the number that I previously had. So it would be 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8, and then I do 4 times 8, which is 32. Then 32 times 8, which is 256.
Yeah, and then you just keep going and going until you reach like a
going,
really, really high number.
Yes, and I kept going and I kept going, and I just loved doing that. I had no idea why. It was very fun to me. But then I realized, hey, I get video games, so then I'm like, hey, yo.
I enjoy making people laugh.
See, that is a very useful thing to say. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, no, making people laugh. That's actually a very hard thing to do when you really think about it.
I like to think I'm very charismatic. I like to think that. I don't know if I am, but I like to think that.
I don't know if I am. You are a charismatic.
Thank you. A lot of people say that.
Are you shy with kids in school?
Huh?
Look, are you just kind of like, are you just the guy that kind of vibes in school?
I sometimes socialize with people, but I'm mainly on for myself. Mainly because I don't get interacted with a lot, but I don't really care. I'm mainly just I don't really want to fail high school, so I don't.
See, the thing with Robbie, right? He's like the most wholesome guy ever.
He's pretty wholesome. I don't know. He's pretty special, you know.
He's a very special kid. See, the thing is, like, he was in my biology.
Biology.
Yes. Even the work's just difficult. The class was actually very easy. The teacher was light work, like absolute light work. Like it was honestly the easiest class ever. I remember, I'm pretty sure I ended with an average of a 103. That's how easy it was because she gave mad extra credit and bonus points. I remember just Robbie being in that class, and he was just so nice to everyone. And it's really hard to be nice to people.
It is pretty, especially everyone.
No, especially everyone. Especially when you don't know those people at all.
He's probably one of the most non-judgmental people I've ever met.
Oh, 100%.
Kind of. Because he can be... Behind closed doors, he can have an interesting side, but, you know.
True, but the thing is...
I think everyone's like that.
Oh, 100%. For me, that I just show it more often than not.
Yeah, I think a lot of people...
My closed doors are basically open doors, if you really think about it.
Yeah, I think people are not really worried about showing their judgment too much.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, I really don't... I used to really care about what other people thought about me. Like, I was really insecure.
I don't really think people think too much about me, which is good, because I like keeping a low profile.
Fair enough, but I was, like, very insecure about myself. I don't know why. Probably because I was a little nerdy Indian that was scrawny as fuck. I mean, I don't think that helped.
Yeah.
I also had glasses, and I had braces, so that definitely didn't help either.
I mean, I'm kind of insecure. That's a notification. You're gonna hear those. My father has his Facebook connected to this laptop, but but yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the billboard. I don't know how no one's found it, but I want to keep it that way. No one from New Hampshire.
Yeah.
No one from New Hampshire's found it, and I kind of want to keep it that way because the students at my school, they're a little promiscuous, and they're
dicks, basically.
some of them are pretty cool. Some of them aren't bad, but they're they're overzealous, if that's the word you can use.
Yeah.
So they they don't really care what other people think. Whether they say good things or bad things, or do good things or bad things, they don't really care how people react. Sometimes. Yeah. So, but they can be very judgmental. So I'm trying to maintain the fact that I work on a podcast with a kid from Massachusetts about random bullshit to myself, and that becomes especially harder considering you have your face and name plastered in the next town from the school that I go to.
Look, the thing is that at one point, like, there was this kid who really, like, it was in 6th grade.
Don't use names. Don't just remember that. No. I'm just trying to protect you. Don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
There was this kid, and he was he's still a really good friend of mine right now. He's a really great guy. He's been in some controversy, but hey, man, he's a really nice dude. Like, a lot of people don't recognize about him. He's a very caring guy, and he always asks about me how my day is. Really nice, caring dude. So, I met him in 6th grade, and that's when that's when he helped me figure out that I don't need to give a fuck what people think about me. Because he helped me break out of my shell. Because in 5th grade, because beyond 6th grade, I've been as charismatic as anyone could be. I've been so energetic. But before 6th grade, I was the little scrawny Indian kid. And I'm so shy talking with anybody at all.
Wait. You were in elementary school?
What?
You were... Wait a minute. You were worried about what people thought about you when you were in elementary school?
When I was in, like, 5th, 4th grade, yeah.
What?
I was really, dude.
I didn't really think like little kids like that age could really have judgment.
No, man. I got fucking traumatized.
Really?
I did.
I had a bit of an experience one time in middle school. Not necessarily middle school, just the summer of a middle school year. I got Harshit, do you know what a swirly is?
Oh god.
Do you know what it is?
I think I know, but...
I want you to tell me what you think it means. I won't make fun of you if you're wrong, don't worry. Because it's probably better than what it actually is, so...
Has something to do with your hair, by chance?
No. Well, no. Kind of. Alright, you want me to tell you?
Yes.
I know, because I got one in... It was summer. I did this little thing where, like, I was a junior counselor for a summer camp. And, we went to this little lake that I live near for one of the little trips that we usually do for the summer camp. And these kids, they were probably maybe high schoolers. I mean, I was in middle school at the time. I was a lot younger. So, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And they were obviously just like these bullies. And I was like, "Oh, not much." And they're like, "Oh yeah, well, we need you for something." They took me into the bathroom to give me a swirly, and the swirly. Okay, so imagine being held from your ankles and have your head dunked into a hot tub.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yep.
But instead of a hot tub, it's just a bunch of warm pee, and it's all flushing around you, and you can hear the person holding you call you a doo-doo head. Be really rude.
See, I've never had anything like that. Thank God.
Yeah.
Never had anything like that.
That's probably the worst that's ever happened.
Most of the time, it's the little things, especially my name. I get fucking shat on for my name. It is so fucking...
I see what you did there. Shat on for your name?
Yeah.
That's
I'm clever, man. I've gone clever, too. That's the thing. I've broken out my shell, and I've gone clever.
Shat on. Harshit. That's funny.
It was... Yeah. No, the thing is that, like, I get it if you're my friend, and, like... Many people don't make fun of my name.
Yeah, but sometimes it can be overbearing.
True enough. But, like, a lot of people, when I first tell them my name, they're like, "Excuse me, what? Eh?"
I beg your
I'm
pardon.
like, okay, that's a fair response. That's reasonable. Yeah, I get it. They don't know what the fuck they just heard. That's reasonable. But when they keep repeating it over and over again, and they keep getting it wrong,
I could see how that'd get annoying.
that gets very annoying because they just don't want to say shit, and they keep saying Harshit or Harshot, and like, what the fuck is that? Some kid called me fucking horseshit the other day. It was
What?
yes, no, okay. This kid, okay. I give this kid some leeway because he wasn't the most social of kids. I met him at the gym, but I had met him before, and I'm pretty sure he said my name correctly the time that I met him before. And then I said, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And he said, "Oh, hey, horseshit, how you doing?" I'm like, I'm just gonna let it slide because that kid isn't really because I don't want to fuck with that kid, not because he's like a big bad guy. Basically, the opposite. I'll just let him what he thinks he wants to think. It won't really affect me if that kid's saying anything because he's a really innocent kid. He didn't mean any harm.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Anyway, where are we at? 26 minutes. That's actually not that long. Lately, we've been making our episodes a lot longer for some damn reason. I don't know why. Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to download this episode and all the episodes that matter.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, best podcast in northern New England. We're nearly at 2,000 downloads. It'd be really cool if we got there.
That'd be amazing.
It really would. You should definitely.
That would be very cash money.
It would. It would be really, really cool if you guys were to do that because I don't know. I really like watching that number just go up.
Self-esteem boost, ego boost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Self-esteem is the nice way to boost your self-esteem. Is a nice way of putting it. You have a fucking big ass ego, which I'm not saying you do.
Anyway, we will see you guys in the next episode.
Goodbye, people.